More on our top business story tonight. India has entered its first recession. GDP shrank 7.5% in the quarter ended September. We're joined now by Dr. Amitendra Palit from the National University of Singapore. Doc, well, it is a historic recession. Although there have been signs of a pickup, will that continue?
You see, I think, yes, firstly, technical recession, quite an unprecedented feat, within quotes, if I could describe it that way, for the Indian economy. It's used to fairly high, strong, robust numbers. This one is pretty much on the other side, dragging very deeply southwards. April, June, the first quarter was 23.9% because that was the period when the economy was under a very severe lockdown. Now, most of us were actually expecting a turnaround in the second quarter, but not a recovery. So I think those expectations have been mitigated. Does confirm a technical recession with contraction for 2 successive quarters. But my sense is going ahead, October to December will probably see a better recovery. It's not yet a question of turning back into positive territory. That might not happen in the entire financial year. But October to December should certainly be better insofar as private consumption uptick is concerned. So one can expect a bit of a demand recovery coming into the story out there.
India is Asia's third biggest economy. So what does this all say about the health of the region?
South Asia is in a particularly bad state, I would gather, because as you very correctly mentioned, India is one of the largest economies of the region. And if we look at a regional performance, East Asia, particularly Northeast Asia, thanks to China, has been able to recover faster than the other parts of Asia. I think Central Asia and South Asia primarily because of the size and presence of the economy is acting as a bit of a drag, though there are other regional economies like Bangladesh in particular, which are likely to perform better. But I think to a very large extent, the prognosis would now depend on how long the COVID-19 will last in the region, because India still is the world's second most affected. The number of infections per day are on an average between 40,000 to 45,000. And till the pandemic lasts, it's not really going to be easy for the economy to turn around, because none of the systems, none of the institutions will be able to go back to at least even close to their full capacity at any point of time in the foreseeable future, unless this pandemic really ceases.
So then, do you think we have an idea of when the economy will return to growth, when we could see some solid expansion?
If one looks a little closely at the numbers, the way they have come out, I think there's some optimism, some positive sense coming out of the fact that the agriculture sector continues to return a positive rate of growth. And there's a little bit of a silver lining in the fact that the manufacturing sector has returned into positive territory in the second quarter. But what is ailing the economy principally is the performance of the services, and straight down from construction to trade, hotels, communication, financial real estate, the public services, all of them continue to be in the nearly negative, deep negative territory. And this is not really a good sign for the economy, because these are the sectors which between themselves comprise almost 60% of the national output. So till they recover and till they turn around, it's going to be difficult for the economy to turn back. And as I said, I don't think we can expect these sectors to recover substantively in the remaining part of the financial year, because sectors like civil aviation, tourism, hospitality, real estate, construction, railways, you name it, and none of them are really in a position to recover unless and until the pandemic ceases to exist.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Amitendra Palit from NUS.